Creating a prayer space. Some of us may remember our grandmother or someone in our family having that special place in the home where they would have a candle, a favorite sacred image, and they would go often to that place and pray. I have a fond memory of my grandmother who had that special prayer space, and I remember her softly praying for the family. It's a fond memory. But I also remember a story of a priest friend of mine who related how he remembers his mother having a shelf on the wall with her favorite saint, a statue of St. Joseph, and a candle burning next to that statue. And she would pass by the shelf, and every time she would look at the statue of St. Joseph and say, "St. Joseph, protect my family." Well, that brought such a desire in this priest when he was a young boy, and this man and this young child seeing his mother pray, that it caused a fervent desire to pray. That's a beautiful memory. But we can create our own prayer space in our home. And why would we want to do that? It's a sign of our love, our faith in God. It's also a way to attract us to think about God. It's taking action to bless our home as well. A reminder that God is with us, on our journey through life, our ups and downs. But what is needed to create a prayer space? I'd like to bring out 3 major points: location, simplicity, and the items. So the location, you choose the place. But remember, keeping it where it can be visible. That's the focus, that you can see it, and it reminds us that it is a prayer space. It could be a shelf on the wall, it could be a corner, a table somewhere in your home. Simplicity, focused and not so cluttered. Keep it simple. So remember, the purpose is to remind us that this is our prayer space, inviting us to pray. And thirdly, the items. These can be your favorite sacred images. Image of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, Blessed Virgin Mary, an image that reminds you of the sacred of God, the sacredness of God. It could be also a crucifix. A crucifix is a sign of the victory over death. Christ died on the cross for us. It's a sign of divine love. And I like to add a candle and holy water. A candle, when you light a candle and you begin your prayer at this prayer space, it's a sign that Christ is the light of the world, light of my life, but also that my prayer is being offered to heaven. And the holy water is blessed. It's holy water. And we can have it available in an open container or bottled. Nevertheless, it's available so that I can go and bless myself with the holy water. Or some families bless their children, or even spouses bless one another with the holy water. Of course, you can add your own special blessed items, your favorite items, your favorite saint, like the mother of this priest who had one of St. Joseph, or prayer cards, a prayer book. In other words, to attract us to take action, to pray, to speak to God. And now you have your prayer space, then make an appointment with God. Make it a point to stop at this place. And whether it be the beginning of the day, the end of the day, during our joys, during our not so happy moments in our lives, it is there to remind us that God is with us no matter what happens in our life. And our time with God is a gift that we can give Him. And when we do, He wants to give us so much more. He wants to give us His grace. Pope Francis has some message of wisdom to share with us on this. Our life, he says, is made up of time, and time is God's gift. And it is therefore important to make use of it by performing good and fruitful actions. Among many things to do in our daily routine, one of them is to choose to remind ourselves of our Creator, who allows us to live, who loves us, who accompanies us on our journey. Create your own prayer space in your home. It will remind us that someone is looking at us, protecting us, and loves us. And that someone is our patient and merciful Heavenly Father.